Imagine waking up to breaking news. Texas has declared independence from the United States. The stock market crashes overnight, the dollar loses its value, and political chaos spreads like wildfire. Is America falling apart? Could the United States, the world's most powerful nation, actually break into pieces? It sounds like something out of a dystopian movie, but here's the shocking truth. Many states have openly discussed the idea of secession. Some politicians have fueled the fire, groups have organized protests, and millions of people believe their state would be better off without Washington, D.C.'s control. But why is this happening? Is it just about politics? Is it economic frustration? Or is something much deeper happening behind the scenes? Today, we're diving deep into the 10 U.S. states that want to secede, the shocking reasons behind these movements, and what could happen if they actually went through with it. Stay till the end, because the state with the strongest secession movement might surprise you, and will reveal the real consequences of an American breakup, things nobody is talking about. The United States is more divided than ever. Political tensions are at an all-time high. Cultural wars are dominating the media. The left and right have drifted so far apart that some states believe they'd be better off alone than staying in a union they no longer trust. Throughout American history, there have been threats of secession, but today, these aren't just empty threats. Secession movements are gaining real traction, with some even reaching state legislatures. But can a modern U.S. state actually break away? Legally, no. The Civil War settled that. But laws don't always stop people from trying. Some states are already preparing for the possibility of a future where the United States as we know it no longer exists. Now let's count down the 10 states where secession talk isn't just a fantasy, but a movement. Number 10. Alaska. Alaska is unlike any other U.S. state. It's physically disconnected from the mainland, and its vast landscape holds untapped natural wealth. Many Alaskans argue that their oil, gas, and fisheries should benefit them, not Washington, D.C. The Alaska Independence Party has been pushing for secession since the 1980s. They argue that when Alaska joined the U.S. in 1959, the process was illegal. Supporters believe that if Alaska seceded, it could become one of the richest independent nations in the world, selling oil on its own terms like Saudi Arabia or Norway. But there's a catch. Without U.S. federal funding, Alaska's economy could struggle, and losing American military protection could leave it vulnerable. Number 9. Hawaii. Hawaii was once an independent kingdom before the U.S. forcefully overthrew its monarchy in 1893. Many Hawaiians believe their nation was stolen from them, and the fight for sovereignty never really ended. The Hawaiian sovereignty movement argues that the state was never meant to be part of America. Independence activists believe Hawaii could become a powerful Pacific Island nation, like Singapore or New Zealand. But breaking away from the U.S. comes with huge risks. Hawaii relies on tourism, U.S. military bases, and federal funding to survive. If it left, could it defend itself? Would other countries recognize it? Number 8. California. California's economy is so massive that if it were its own country, it would be the 5th largest economy in the world, bigger than the UK. The Calexit movement argues that California is politically, socially, and economically too different from the rest of America. Many Californians feel that their liberal policies don't align with federal decisions made in Washington, D.C. They believe that the state is self-sufficient and could thrive as an independent nation. But there's one problem. California relies heavily on federal water, national defense, and trade agreements. If it left, could it survive without U.S. protection? Number 7. Texas. Texas is unique because it was once an independent nation before joining the U.S. in 1845. Many Texans still see themselves as different from the rest of America, and the Texas nationalist movement believes it's time to return to independence. With one of the largest economies in the U.S., a strong cultural identity, and its own power grid, Texas is one of the few states that might actually be able to sustain itself. The idea of Texit isn't just talk. In 2021, over 60% of Texans said they wanted the state government to start discussing secession. But could Texas really stand alone? Would it be able to maintain its defense without the U.S. military? Number 6. New Hampshire. New Hampshire is one of the most libertarian states in America, with many citizens believing in minimal government control. The Free State Project has brought thousands of libertarians together to push for an independent New Hampshire. Recently, secession bills have actually been introduced in the state legislature. While they haven't passed yet, the movement is gaining traction. But here's the challenge. New Hampshire is a small state with a limited economy. Would it really survive on its own? Number 5. South Carolina. South Carolina was the first state to secede from the U.S. in 1860, sparking the Civil War. More than 160 years later, secession movements still exist. Some groups argue that South Carolina should once again take control of its own destiny, citing government overreach as their main reason. But just like before, secession would mean economic uncertainty and potential conflict. Number 4. Florida. Florida has one of the fastest-growing economies in the U.S., with booming tourism, real estate, and international trade. Some leaders believe it could function as an independent nation. But here's the problem. Florida is highly dependent on federal hurricane relief funds, and without them, natural disasters could cripple the state. Number 3. Oregon. Many counties in eastern Oregon have already voted to leave Oregon and join Idaho. But some go further, pushing for full independence. If Oregon were to break apart, it could trigger other state separations across the country. Number 2. Wyoming. Wyoming is fiercely independent, with some calling it the Switzerland of America. With low taxes, strong gun rights, and distrust of the federal government, some groups argue that Wyoming could thrive as its own self-sustaining nation. And finally, the one closest to secession. The state closest to secession is Texas. With its massive economy, energy independence, and strong identity, Texas could actually survive as an independent country. If America faces a serious crisis, Texas might be the first state to leave. If any state actually seceded, the U.S. would face economic collapse, political instability, and potential conflict. Some experts believe this could trigger a second civil war. Right now, secession is unlikely, but as America becomes more divided, the question remains: how long can the U.S. stay united? What do you think? Should states be allowed to leave, or is unity the only way forward? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more mind-blowing content.